It's almost Halloween, Grease Lightning, and I've got a trick for Nigel and Dane, but the treat is all for me. Oh, and of course, for you, my noble steed.
Hola, ¿cómo estás? Creepy Peepers. My name is Dr. Lasagna, and this...
My name is Christopher Smith. I believe in peace at any cost, no matter how many men, women, or children I need to kill to get it. And we are
the Creepy
Peepers. Although we are the Creepy Peepers, today we're the disappointed Peepers.
Oh my God.
Because we just watched the Spirit Halloween movie from 2022. And can I tell you this? It stinks!
That's why we took a trip on over to Spirit Halloween, which you saw. We were really looking forward to it. We were pumped up. We were like, yeah, let's go to Spirit Halloween. And you know, we should have taken it as a sign, because even when we went and filmed our Spirit Halloween video, it was kind of like, okay, what the oh my God. There's so many people every fucking world.
It's not the same as before.
And it's not the same.
You used to go in, even when we went 2 years ago. We had a good time. It was big. It was bad. It was beefy. It was spirit. The spirit of Halloween was here.
He was coming to attack my money.
Well, the thing, oh yeah, and money's just off frame. Sorry, I know we just kind of jumped in. But here's the thing. Spirit Halloween, when we went back in 2023, it had the spirit of Spirit Halloween. You went in, you got to see all the animatronics. You saw all the cool, miscellaneous trinkets, the snow globes, stuff like that. We went this past time, oh my gosh. Yeah, it's the same stuff, but I don't know. Something about it. I don't know if it's the location or...
I kind of wish that it was the location. I mean, I'm wishing that it was the location. But I think because it's a bit later in the Halloween season, so there was more stuff that was grabbed up. But yeah, it's just felt a little stale. And last year we had, it was a little fresh because we had all that Beetlejuice stuff.
Yes.
But even then, it was a little stale because...
I hope you didn't want to see any Beetlejuice stuff this year, by the way.
I know.
We saw a hell of a lot of it in 2023 before they knew they were going to have the second movie.
Exactly.
This year, we had virtually nothing. No dedicated section. It was just... also there.
End up buying, you might have seen in the video, a plush of the sandworms. You hate them, don't you? I hate them myself.
See, here's the thing too. In order to find that sandworm, how many sandworms were there? Like 2?
This was like the only one that you remember seeing grabbing.
Exactly.
When I grabbed it, and next to it was the Killer Clown's ice cream truck that the two guys drive.
Again, no dedicated section. No dedicated section this year. Everything's just...
That's true.
...strewn throughout. Actually, you know what? No. I did that back. I tell a lie. You know, it does have a dedicated section. Haunted Mansion, which I appreciate. It's a stronghold franchise. But is it nearly as big as Beetlejuice? Especially in terms of relevance? I don't think so.
Yeah, no. Especially not relevance. And even as a Disney fan, I like to kid myself about those things. But, dude, it is only the freaky... big-ass Disney adults who feed into the Disney Haunted Mansion fan base. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Like, I love the Haunted Mansion, and I have a few Haunted Mansion things, but it's like, it's not my whole life.
Yeah. That's the thing, too. I'm a big Disney fan. I just went back in August.
Uh-huh.
And although we didn't get a chance to ride Haunted Mansion that time, I did get to ride it back in 2017. It's a very good ride. Very good ride.
It's
classic.
Yeah.
It breaks down a lot, I've heard. It didn't break down while I was on it, but...
It's really haunted.
Oh, well,
it's just full of ghosts because people dump their real-life ashes there.
Yeah, and then some poor bastard with the hoover. I ain't afraid of no ghosts. Exactly. Sorry, Grandpa. Yeah, the cloud of dust.
Yeah.
But I'll tell you what, as much as I like Haunted Mansion and I love seeing it represented, mind you,
that's true.
Every year at Spirit, I
don't want it to become like Beetlejuice.
Yeah.
And it's getting really close.
It overshadowed Beetlejuice.
Or Coraline. Coraline's starting to get to that point sometimes too where I'm like, okay, I'm starting to see a little bit too much Coraline crap. Enough with the real life shenanigans of Spirit Halloween. Let's get into this movie, we honestly did you guys remember that the Spirit Halloween movie existed until we brought it up tonight?
I completely forgot, and I worked there. It was so strange seeing what animatronics, I guess, were popular at the time, or that they wanted to make popular at the time when watching this movie, because you watch it and you're like, oh, there's Nightcrawler, which, you know, is...
That's the best one.
Yeah, is a popular animatronic, but not
for the
like...
fact that that's the first one you even remembered.
Yeah.
That's the best one.
Nightcrawler, and you see it and you're like, oh, that's a popular one. Any other one other than that one, didn't know.
Yeah.
None of their primetime hitters that have been out for like 10 plus years, like that one clown that you guys have up right now. The one red-haired clown.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, he's a popular character, and he's been around at least since 2022. Didn't see him, didn't see... but I'm assuming it was probably just because, you know, you didn't see any licensed characters, obviously, because it's a Spirit Halloween movie. It's not a freaking Marvel, DC, whatever. But you also didn't see, I'm assuming, the animatronics that they just sell through Spirit Halloween and aren't owned, trademarked, and copyrighted by Spirit Halloween.
Right.
But it kind of pulls you out of the action because it becomes unrealistic. Like what? You don't have one superhero. You couldn't have even like faked the superhero costume, like just like
Mr. D-Man.
Yeah, like you couldn't have just given like an El Generico superhero suit like from Fortnite.
Yeah. But the thing about this movie that we learned very damn quickly is that this movie was made on a shoestring budget.
Shoestring budget with no swearing allowed, PG-13,
and
yet,
I think you get one hell.
Yeah, that's it. That's it. You get one hell.
Yeah.
And an annoyingly obvious amount of darns.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say.
I've never heard darn used so much in the movie.
Because they say darn in places where real kids would say damn.
Yeah. Or at the very least, dang. No dangs in this movie. And there's this one girl who's just way too acrobatic. Like, they pull a Jurassic Park 2, except that was at least a good enough movie
Yeah.
that it made sense.
Yeah.
And also they explained it. Because isn't the girl like some sort of Olympian?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, she's an actual Olympian. This girl's just supposedly a random girl. And yet she's an Olympian also.
This movie feels like a Nickelodeon Halloween movie. You
Except I almost trust them more. They made Good Burger.
Yeah.
And I actually watched that.
The way that characters in this movie were very lazily put together. Me and Nigel were sitting through this movie, and every plot point that was just lazily laid upon the table of this movie watching experience was just like...
Yeah, we're introduced to a family dynamic so
it.
fast that you don't even have any time to absorb the characters.
There's
The main kid hates his daughter, or not his daughter. His main kid hates his stepsister and his stepfather. The stepfather is disinterested in the son. All those happen in singular scenes. Scenes. That last about 15 seconds. Never seen again.
And there's the main kids, and one of the kids has a crush on the kid's sister, who's an acrobat, and we only remember that detail because they bring it up every 10 seconds.
Yes. It gets
Dude,
really
that's
weird.
my sister, bro.
It gets really... Oh, and they do a Shining reference. But I will give the movie points because they also do a Christmas Vacation reference. We get a shot in which the main kid character... I can't remember his name. Ray Marino. Yeah, Ray Marino. I remember it because it sounds like Rey Mysterio. But he gets in a fight with his sister or stepsister because she wants to be a princess for Halloween. And so he starts... Well, first, and this is where the first instance came in where I was like, is this a Christmas Vacation reference? Stepfather hands him a bunch of Christmas lights to untangle. Then he gets pissed off and he starts punching the decorations. And I'm like, this is 100%, because it's filmed the same way too, from the side. Definitely the Christmas Vacation, Clark Griswold, famous Chevy Chase broken pinky scene comes in. But yeah,
That was funny to watch because me and Nigel both happened to almost religiously watch that movie every Christmas.
Yes.
So, as a couple of old grandpa fart bags that we are, as soon as we saw that, we were like, is this Christmas Vacation bit? And then he started kicking the decorator. We were like, ah!
And the thing was, I was so excited, but at the same time, I'm like, You know, I'm
This
excited, but this ain't
deserve it.
gonna last.
Yeah. That was like the one good
I don't know
bit.
if I could even give it a point.
Yeah.
But before we go any further, because of course we want to get into the meat of the matter, Dane, why aren't you in uniform?
I got a Stephen King It shirt.
You're your Stephen King 8 shirt, but didn't you say you were gonna wear your Doctor Who suit?
Oh! I got
That's
my
more
Doctor
like
Who
it.
6 Doctor coat on for Halloween.
You got your Doctor Who 6 Doctor hair on.
Yeah.
Now,
I almost cut it though, because I'm being Two-Face actually for Halloween. I'll put a picture right here. It's kind of what I was going to be, but I realized it was going to be way too much to get ready to do for the show. I also have a little bit of a Two-Face Jackass spoof that you guys are going to watch right now. I'm Two-Face, and this is The Reading Rainbow. Peace out, bitches. That's how Two-Face does it. That's right, bitches. That's how Two-Face does it.
we got to show you how bad Spirit Halloween the movie does it. Because we're going to jump right in with some of the worst moments before we get to some of the more redeemable-ish moments.
And here's strike number one. They put Christopher Lloyd's face all over the poster, like he was going to show up. This guy is used on set for maybe one scene.
One scene. Well,
One scene.
Here's the thing, too, is that he's got a scene later on when he's in the crystal ball. But you're
That's
absolutely
right,
right. He might
but
have filmed
where?
that remotely.
Yeah, either remotely or literally somewhere in a booth on that same day.
But let me stop you. Because your first strike was actually something even more annoying that we saw at the very, very beginning of the movie.
Oh, you're right. Okay,
Yep.
okay. So first of all, you can always tell how good a movie is gonna be when you get freaking 5 different studio logos brought to you by some freaking company you've never heard of.
Exactly.
Sponsored by Pringles Entertainment. You're like, okay, all right, come on.
Bud Light presents.
Yeah. But the craziest thing about each of these logos, the first one is a shot of grass. It's like, I can't remember if it's really slow.
Yeah.
I think it was like a rocket. You're like, okay, there's our first logo. The next logo,
Treehouse.
some sort of tree house or some kids. It comes out of a hole. What do you get? Grass. and it was a short shot of grass, but whatever. Second logo. Third logo. Hey guys, what should be the first shot of our studio logo? Oh, I know. Grass.
Grass in black and white
Yeah.
with people coming down like Mary Poppins. It didn't have anything to do with anything. I can't remember the company's name.
And it was that point where I was like, oh my god, it's going to be one of those where it's going to be 5 minutes with studio logos.
Yes.
I would be surprised if we got an opening narration crawl afterwards.
Ray Marino, Carson, and Bo, who they call Bo Peep, or well, not even they, just Carson.
They're just
calls
making
Bo
fun
Peep.
of him because he's small.
Yeah.
He's the short kid. And you know what? When you're short, you get picked on.
Yeah. I know all about that. Sitting
don't.
at a measly 6'1". Carson, of course, as we mentioned before, he's the kid whose sister Ray likes, which absolutely is the weirdest thing ever. I mean, yeah, it's not that it doesn't happen in movies, but at the point in which they introduce it, we don't know these characters well enough for it to have been at all comfortable from an audience perspective to even like subconsciously maybe root a little bit for our main character to maybe get with his best friend's sister.
I couldn't tell which of the boys was her brother.
Right.
So each time the kid would be like, I'm like, hey, are you trying to get with your sister?
Well, to be fair, the kid whose sister it actually is does say something weird later on.
Yeah.
Right? Is there like, they're getting into their whole feud with Christopher Lloyd's spirit character. We'll get to that in a minute, but he's like, well, if we do end up dying here, at least it'll be together. And he kind of like looks his sister up and down. I'm like, what? And I was like, because I had to like double take. I'm like, wait, that's the kid whose sister in it.
Yeah. And luckily, though, the plot of this movie is very simple.
Very simple.
It's
Too
basically
simple.
a mix of Night at the Museum and the Goonies.
Yes.
But all in Spirit Halloween.
So basically, our opening scene establishes that Christopher Lloyd is some big bad banker, as every low budget short film has.
And he's very like, he's very like Mary Poppins.
Yeah, he's
like,
just this
I'm
overdramatic.
going to take your land, and I'm not going to change my mind.
Yeah, and we see this lady who's very clearly some sort of sketchy sorceress, and she's got her daughter, who we later find out is one of the characters' is grandma. Except how old is this? It doesn't matter.
Which they set all of that up in the opening scene.
Yes.
Never revisit it until...
No, they do. There's a Mr.
the
Rogers
end.
puppet show.
Oh,
Where they re-explain it.
well, yeah, but there's that, but it doesn't like come into play all that much plot ways.
No, you're right.
Because there's a grandma there, and she literally all she does is just jump scare.
Yes.
All she does is sit there,
With her
and
one-
people are like,
Murky eye.
right. But literally all she does is sit there, and people walk up by her, and they're like, and then right as soon as they're about to knock on the door, they're not home.
And there's a Shining reference at one point. She tells the main character, Ray, she's like, don't go out tonight. You heard me? Don't go out.
Yeah.
Which is literally the Shining. Mm-hmm. So stay out. You understand? Stay out.
They walk up to knock on the door, and the grandma's like, "Let it grow."
Little callback to last
episode.
The
Yeah.
witch lady, as Christopher Lloyd, is like, I want the land. She's like, mukataka, mukataka, mukataka.
The most hilarious, like, tonal shift in CGI sky.
Yes.
Because literally, you're like, oh, okay. Like, it's kind of shot well. Christopher Lloyd's there. You're like, okay, we're kind of taking this seriously. There's like a drama happening. And Christopher Lloyd is walking away. All this chanting, all these storm clouds. Christopher Lloyd
Scariest thing
turns
you'd
around
ever
like
seen.
this.
Yeah, he's even like half smirking. He's not even convinced.
Yeah.
And then, of course, after she does the spell, then he's got to.
Fake out.
Then he turns around, and of course,
And this
And
is
then-
the worst.
yep, off screen, we hear.
He goes, leans forward a little bit, and they cut to a zoom in of the little girl, and we just hear his body hit the floor, and then they cut to him.
Unbelievable, they couldn't get Christopher Lloyd to just fall. They
or-
couldn't get
or
him
at
to just
least
fall.
a stunt double, as mentioned in the credits at the end of this movie. Christopher Lloyd's stunt double.
He does no stunts. I can only assume they mean
Shoot
the
him from the
guy
back.
who, plays the part of all the costume
Yeah.
characters. But still, that's not a stunt double. That's just the person in the costume.
We learn all these kids' emotional things that we talked about, and it's really cringe, and everyone's talking really cringe. But we actually...
Yeah, they keep making this recurring joke about Carson, the kid with the girlfriend, kid with the sister, who the main character's trying to make his girlfriend. They keep talking about his chest hair for some reason. They're like, I have
Ew,
chest
yeah.
hair. I'm more of a man than you guys. I have chest hair. I have chest hair.
Yeah,
I have chest
like
hair.
like 2 strands. Like, come on.
Yeah. I'm not even the slightest bit interested in whatever this kid's chest hair's got going on.
Right. And it's this movie's full of bits like that, just like little like goosebumps bits. You know what I mean? Like stuff 90s kids say to each other, but worse. Like not funny,
Yeah. Not funny, not
sometimes
interesting.
you're like, ew.
Not even risque enough to warrant a PG-13 rating. Oh, actually, there is one cool visual that I could maybe kind of see it giving it a PG-13 rating, but considering how tame everything else is, no, it doesn't deserve a PG-13 rating. We get an animatronic being burnt.
The Nightcrawler.
Yes, and
Which
that's genuinely
that's
pretty
that's the best
spooky.
part of the movie.
Yeah, best
The
shot in the whole
kids,
movie.
after fighting a couple of dumb looking animatronics. There's one And we're like, oh, we got excited because we were like, okay, here we go. And then we realized, okay, he's just gonna be El Generico.
And not only that, a kid hits him just like literally with this much strength.
Yeah.
And then his head breaks off and he gets decapitated.
Yeah.
Like what? You
And
tell me
then-
this kid's strong enough to literally break apart an animatronic just by hitting it in the head with a freaking blunt object. Like it was like one of the scythes or like one of the plastic weapons, not even like a genuine baseball bat.
And then we watched the Christopher Lloyd's Ghost Ball go, It picks from a whole array of humanoid props and animatronics to choose from and goes, nope, I'm going to go for the big teddy bear with no freaking arms. And of course, the kids hide under some entrance to the cave that they go
Like
down
an
earlier.
Arkham City grate that you have to sneak around.
Yeah.
in.
By the way, obviously but I didn't expect it to be this like little. Either you don't do it at all, you make a Spirit Halloween set that's exactly like your store, or you go all out and make like the grand chocolate factory of Spirit Halloween for your movie. But this movie chooses to have a mix of a real life store and then a few things that they never have.
Which is
Like
somebody
a
who's
a Five Nights at Freddy's back office.
exactly like we all have back offices, of course, but you know what we don't have. We don't have a back office with a one light that's constantly flickering, green walls, a freaking desk lamp from 1965. Like what? No, that didn't happen ever.
The kids go down the escape hatch and he's like, oh, and he goes and he picks this animatronic that looks like that thing from Nightmare Before Christmas with the axe in his head. And Jack pulls his tongue when he talks about a lobster.
Yeah.
You remember that? The hands is like a saw and a hammer, and he's like, oh!
Oh, this joke that they forced on poor Christopher Lloyd.
Poor Christopher Lloyd. They try to get. I feel like he doesn't know what to do with the role because at times he goes from Judge Doom to Fester.
Yes.
He's like, oh, I don't know. I need hands. I need to open it to my hands.
And it was the worst thing ever because any creative movie would have taken that scene, and considering one of the hands is a saw, would have had him freaking.
That's what I thought was going to happen. Because he's glowing. The eyes glow when he possesses things. Like, why would it not, like, give it superpowers, right? It can make Skinncrawler crawl down, roar.
Yeah, that's the thing. They also
Why
when they
could
get
it not
to this
buzzsaw?
when they get to this Nightcrawler section too, as cool as it is to imagine the idea of like, oh, a Nightcrawler chase.
I was so excited.
It's this. I'm assuming that it's either no, we found out in the credits it wasn't her, but we get some sort of stunt double actress to play the role of the Nightcrawler, and they're walking CGI face, and then later on a latex mask that they don't sell at Spirit Halloween, despite how many of their other costumes and merch and accessories they try to put throughout the rest of the movie.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
It is lame, and it's kind of like everything in this movie disappointing. The idea of this whole movie and the idea of each concept it presents, aside from the characters, is like good. Like the Nightcrawler, you look at the animatronic, you're like, oh, I don't want to see that thing crawling around in a cave.
It's one of the scariest animatronics they sell.
Yeah. But then you watch this movie and you actually see it crawling around in a cave, you're like,
This ain't
dude,
scary.
what kind of freaking Nickelodeon budget? And then there's a bit where they find the cabin in the cave, and they hide in there. And the Skinncrawler, he's all the way up on this hill, and they do that bit where they close the door and they play the sound of it speed crawling to the door, and it hits the door. I'm like, dude, you can't show. That's the scariest part is the Skinncrawler crawling. You can't even show it.
And not only that, but where was that speed? Because in the part right where it's about to die, we get this move. I'll reenact it live. Here's the smallest kid. Whoa! Slips off of a 1 foot high ledge and then is not just, oh, shoot, I think I might have twisted my ankle. No. He somehow slips, and although he doesn't twist his ankle, fully falls. Fully falls to the ground. ah, ah. Toss me that spray can. No, we got time. It's not moving. No, just toss me the spray. Hang on, let me get my lighter out.
Oh yeah, the kids call it. They say in the movie, "Hey, do you still have that stupid lighter?" I'm like, "Yeah, because every lighter is stupid until you're 21."
Exactly. Right before we have this interaction, Bo is holding the lighter. He's like, "I need the lighter. I need to see." And they give him the lighter. He's like, "I need fuel," and he gets like ticked off. And I almost wonder now, like thinking about the line delivery. I'm like, "I need fuel." Could that be another reference?
I need
Back
fuel.
to the Future too.
You're
Yep.
right. Yep.
Yep. And also, here we are.
Grease
Just as I'm
lightning
getting
himself.
heated up. As I'm getting heated up, here's the fire department to cool me off. It's Muddy coming back to join us for yet another video pod. Coming to hopefully sit down. He's facing the fine fans of the Creepy Peepers. Let's see if he'll sit. You get this kid. He's like, "I need fuel," And at that point, they don't have the spray can because no one gives them anything. And then later on, they're like, "Oh, here's a spray can." So I don't know what happened, but they just plot convenience, whatever. I don't know. It's fine, but yeah, we
This
get
movie's
that.
full of plot convenience.
Yes.
Too. But
There's a cave. There's an entire cave section. And it's like,
underneath
where is
Spirit
this? What does this have to do even marginally with Spirit Halloween?
And they do this bit while they're in the cave to be like the Goonies, where they're like, "Oh my gosh, like after this like discovery, imagine what we're gonna like be. Like
Yeah,
we're gonna
imagine
be
the
famous."
girls we're gonna get. I mean, we're no
And then-
football heroes.
By the end of the movie, they I guess pretend like it doesn't happen, right?
No, apparently nothing happens. The only thing that happens is they get found by their mom. The kid gets a kiss on the cheek. Bo is rightfully pissed off because he has to leave his bike at a random store and it's probably gonna get stolen.
Right.
But yeah, they have this whole section where he's like, "Hey, Bo, come here for a sec." Like Ray's talking to Bo. And he's like, "I'm no football hero, but this is gonna make me a pretty cool guy, isn't it?" Like, what? And then we get this whole, because here's the thing. I know. Oh, we're how far are we in this movie? You'll never believe it. We're over halfway through. We're already over halfway through, just plot-wise.
Yeah, basically. But as short as everything that happens in this plot, we were 20 minutes in. We were like our brain cells were being eaten. We were like, it feels like it's been 40 minutes of this movie so far.
No, honestly, to me it was reverse. To you it felt longer. It felt shorter.
long for me.
But I was paying way less attention.
Yeah, the actual Spirit Halloween part felt short.
Yes.
Because they fight the two animatronics in the beginning, then they go down into the cave, have the skin crawler bit, then they come back up.
Takes way too long.
Yeah, it did take long. And they come up, and we have the best bit of this movie. When Christopher Lloyd's soul comes by, there's a kid, and his necklace is hanging out of his pocket.
Oh, I forgot about that.
Yeah, the skeleton. And all he does is, it goes in, possesses him, and he goes...
Yeah, we see this posable skeleton just lift its arm up like this. And then we clearly someone off screen, moving its arm, like, okay, we gotta snag the necklace.
There's like a character fight where they're like, oh, you're stupid, oh, you, and then in the fight, Christopher Lloyd's little ball comes up, and you're like, Bo freaking, Bo farts earlier in the movie by the way.
Yeah.
Which is his only down point because he's basically our MVP of the movie.
Basically the MVP, literally does nothing, but like in a good way. Him doing nothing in this movie is the best thing he can do in this movie.
And he's like the rational one. But he had to be the one to fart for some reason. Why couldn't it have been the kid with the loser kid?
Well, because we had to give both something,
sister.
right? We can't have them say that we just had some random token black kid in our movie. We need to have him have the great fart bit. The great
Because they gave him milk duds and he's lactose intolerant.
Which is not how that works, by the way. I mean, yeah, technically, but literally just technically. But you would have to eat like the entire box. We see him eat genuinely just one. That's not how milk works. It would need to have been a glass of milk, some milk, just like it would have to be like a milkshake, like it has to be something, not even necessarily liquid, but something that candy doesn't count. Yeah. Everyone knows candy doesn't count. It might give you like a literally a hint of something in the stomach, but not a freaking out of nowhere. They're sitting in some dungeon area hiding from Christopher Lloyd, and we just hear some just loud fart sound effect, and then of course Christopher Lloyd finds it. Unbelievable. But yeah. So that's before the sister gets here. Yeah. The sister's doing some crap. She's trying to lie to the parents for some reason. She's trying to get to her party. Then she decides, well, my brother isn't here. I better be a good sister and climb up the side of a building. Yeah. Go on top of a roof. Open it up after store hours because I know they're in here.
Do a couple cartwheels.
Yeah. Fall directly down into a grate 20 feet in the air.
But and that's earlier in the movie. But later on, then the mom who we completely forget about. Yeah. Then is on the chase, and then she's given this really stupid, dumb subplot of just standing outside Spirit Halloween and being
for like 4 hours.
I can't get in. And that's it.
I forgot about it.
She just has to watch everything from the window.
Well, she can't even see it. She can only see like the blue light. She's like, what's going on in there? She stops at Bo's grandma's house for like a weirdly long amount of time, like 10 minutes.
The sister does, yeah.
Just sitting, or no, not even the sister. That's earlier. Mm-hmm. The mom, stops
the
in
mom.
front of Bo's grandma's house. They're sitting in the car for what, feels like, I guess, in universe, 10 minutes before then being like,
filling some runtime. I thought something was going to happen.
But the thing
Nothing happens.
What leads her to finally be like, oh, Spirit Halloween, which, how would you know? But nevertheless, she sees it because, of course, as you mentioned, the storyline always has a moment in which I'm not succeeding in possessing someone. Let me get all the strength in the universe, basically become Jesus. Yeah. And then shoot off a freaking flare.
I just realized that was the only reason for that.
Yes.
That's this. Once
How
again,
did you point out spirit? She was across from the
ride
city.
In away. How will she know that they're at Spirit? Shoots a beam of light up in the sky. Does a Michael Jackson dance.
And Christopher Lloyd doesn't even like, oh, okay, let me climb
Nothing
on top
even
of the building.
happens.
He's literally just like, I'm sick of this. Get that whole scene only to be met with later on, shortly after the stealing of the locket. So to get rid of Christopher Lloyd's spirit from Spirit, then they essentially need to make a sacrifice. They need to burn everything that he's possessed and then make a sacrifice. It has to be something close and personal to them. So at first, Carson, like a jackass, is like,
how did you figure all that out? Oh, they had that stupid book.
Yeah, they have a book.
See, I forgot about that whole plot line.
Ray's dad
goes by so fast.
Whatever. Like, I don't even know how he has it or why he knows it or what is going on in this city that you would need to have that. But Carson, like a real jackass, is like, yeah, some of us in grieving could use a photo of our dad as something close to us. And then Ray's like, what did you say? He's like, nothing. Which, what?
Why? You think I should?
Yeah, his dad died of friggin' bone cancer. I don't know. It's just not appropriate, and it's just used to bring tension to the group. But yeah, we get Carson saying that to Bo.
Yeah, and we get a normal 80s style kid fight out. You know what? This whole play was your fault anyway.
Yeah. They get that for not even fighting, genuinely just doing that weird like hug around the waist.
And like, of course they have the girl, stop!
Yeah.
Stop it!
And then Bo's like, guys, if you don't relax, shut up, Bo! Kill yourself.
He has a scared little
Exactly.
But as they're fighting, Christopher Lloyd's soul is like hovering, and Bo's looking up, and he doesn't even say anything. Yeah. And Doesn't it goes right to the sister, right?
No,
But
no,
what
no.
happens?
No.
She
I love it.
falls or something.
The spirit comes down and then somehow moves using telekinesis a jar of eyeballs.
Yeah,
And then
that's
the
right.
sister, like Charles Chaplin, whoa, and then gets immediately knocked unconscious. How convenient.
And then it freaking down in her throat, and you're like,
Yeah, you're like, Tim Burton directed this.
yeah.
So then the sister gets possessed.
And they do that bit where you see where every time the girl character that the kid has a crush on gets possessed, they have to do that thing where it's like, oh.
So, like, the kid who just lost a locket, you know, he's like, well, let me use the picture of my dad, I guess, even though my friend was just a dick about it.
It's just a tropalicious movie.
The sister takes the picture and then is like, and she
Ew,
eats
yeah.
it.
Oh my
She
god.
literally
I forgot about
scarfs it down, and then afterwards the kid is still like, what's going on? What's going on? He sees the Book of Spirits or whatever it's called, Book of Shadows, and then the girl sees that he's looking at it, and then she literally does the frickin' like, you know, jock flirting with the nerd girl in class, hand over the back of the shoulder, you know, and then the kid, like, I'm telling you. Look, viewer beware, his mom's laundry is in for a spin. Alright, that's all I'm saying.
And she does a Michael Jackson dance up in the air.
Some sort of freaking James Gunn choreographed.
What did they even do to get her down?
Literally, I think Bo just throws bouncy balls at her. And then she ends up in a position in which she's hanging from one leg, like, over a pit
Oh,
of fire.
yeah.
And then they're burning everything, and they're like, I'm sorry, Dad. And he puts the Book of Shadows. So yeah,
They
now
have
this
an
kid has
emotional
no
moment
picture.
while she's screaming.
Yeah.
So it's literally like, I'm
Well, that's the thing. This poor kid, and I didn't even think about that until just now. Now he has no picture. He doesn't have his dad's book anymore.
sorry. He's not there.
He lost everything.
Yeah.
But
he got a kiss on the cheek.
and the worst part is for him.
And he had to fight for it, too.
He had to fight
Because
for
he
it.
leaned in.
Whoa, wait, we'll even give that to him. We'll even give that to him. Because first, we finally get the mom. We wrap back to the mom. She's got Tyrant, she's like, I'm good to this once and for all. And then, of course, oh, no, I'm not possessed anymore. She freaking goes down. She falls. And then the mom outside, she's like, she sees the freaking after effect, the aftershock. Ray pulls Carson's sister out of the rubble. Not Carson. What a great brother. Pulls her out of the rubble, which is really just like a cardboard box that's been unfolded.
There's
And
not
then-
even any debris on her, no blood.
Yeah, no
There's
blood.
zero blood in this PG-13 movie.
Oh my! I didn't even realize that.
Zero.
No blood at all. Yeah, we see her get pulled out of the rubble, and then she's like, "Oh, see, didn't I tell you guys to just go trick or treating this year?" Or some freaking corny line.
Yeah, that was it.
Which is even worse because what does that mean? That means you were sentient that whole time. That means you were
Or
sentient.
something.
Yeah. So then we get that, and then of course Ray's creepy self, and then the sister's like, "Oh, look, that is never gonna happen." But then says, "I love you. You're my hero." But that is never gonna happen.
In the same breath, almost, too.
Yes, it is true. Nice guys do finish last. Because what do you mean, dude? We get to the mom. Somehow they go out on emergency exit without the alarm ringing, because that's still how that works. The alarm should have still gone off, but it doesn't. They just don't care, whatever. The kids all come out. Mom is like, oh, I'm so glad you guys are safe. She's hugging the kids. And then she's like, Mom, I know we made a big mistake, but can we still go trick-or-treating? Mom's like, no, absolutely not. Which is entirely fair. Then you wait like 30 seconds, then out of nowhere. Yeah, you can. You can. Yeah, freaking Impractical
hit it with the
Jokers.
impracticals, yeah.
Yeah. So then she changed her mind. I changed my mind. And she decides to let them. We don't see it happen, but they just, I guess, do. Bo says another reasonable thing. He's like, can't we grab our bikes at least? They're right in front of the thing. And Carson's like, no. Then they just go and they leave their bikes. She's driving a van. They've got plenty of room, but that's not the point. The point is,
And the last shot of that scene is literally their bikes.
yeah.
In the parking lot.
But Ray goes to sit down, even though his mom just got in the car with his friends. He goes to sit down against the wall. And then here comes the sister.
Oh my god! And you actually called it right before.
Yeah.
You were like,
I had no
"Watch,
idea."
She comes right back, and here she came.
Yep. And it freaking, because of the framing of the shot, it's just her butt.
Oh my god!
And then
Yeah.
Ray. And she's like, hey, thanks again for back there. And then she kisses him on the cheek. Didn't you just say that
That's never gonna happen.
That's not gonna happen. Like,
And then after that, we get almost 3 end credit scenes
oh my.
in a row.
We get freaking, where are they now? 1 year later
Yeah.
time skip.
Which, by the way, 1 year later time skip, but they act like it was the next freaking day.
Exactly. No one
Hey,
changes.
Are you doing okay?
Yeah, freaking.
Remember that thing from last Halloween?
Dark Princess. I'm finally gonna take my sister trick or treating.
I love that story.
Yeah, and then all of a sudden, him and the dad are cool because even though he hates him, he's like, "I'm proud of you." Like, because he took his sister trick or treating. That's freaking basic human decency. What they shake hands, which is weird because I'm like, okay, kid, you're only like 12. Don't freaking act like I'm too tough for a stepdad.
Yeah.
So then they shake hands. Then they go in for the hug, and I'm like, okay, that's kind of sweet. But yeah, then we get a genuine post-credit scene with Grandma G, Bo's grandma, and she's like,
She's in the creepy house in the cave that the kids were in earlier, hiding from the skin crawler.
and she's like,
And they give us these really obvious flashes of. It's like they show us the grandma, and then they do a flash of her as the little girl.
Yes.
So that we know. And then she puts her hand on the skull, and then it flashes to Christopher Lloyd's skull, so we know it's his head.
yeah.
And I think they were literally intercutting it with lightning that was happening.
It was lightning that was happening
Underground.
indoors. She disappears, and then blue light flashes.
She disappears, and it cuts to a completely different shot that's completely darkened.
Yeah.
Blue lights flashing outside with an actual gradient. You can actually see the dim settings as it goes.
And you can...
And then the skull starts glowing, and it's like, oh!
Yeah, because we hear Christopher Lloyd's laugh as well.
So it's like the lamest sequel baiting ever. Like this.
We know you
you're
didn't
not
make a
even trying.
sequel. We know
You're
you
not
didn't
gonna
make a sequel. It's been 3 years.
But just in case.
Yeah, it's just this lame... yeah, Uncle Fester. We'd more likely to get a Addams Family 3
Yeah.
than get Spirit Halloween 2.
Christopher Lloyd's phone rings. Hey, we want you to come back for Spirit Halloween, the movie 2. I want you in the worst way.
I've been a little, how do you say, Martin Short on money lately. We went through the entire review so quick without even having to watch along because the movie, despite being an hour and 20 minutes, really only has like 20 minutes of plot. You could easily trim down this movie into a 20-minute short film, and it would probably be a lot more watchable.
That's what I meant by like it felt like a Halloween Nickelodeon movie.
Yeah.
Like this felt like a special, like a TV special.
Made for TV movie?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And of course it had the Hubie Halloween music
Yeah, friggin'
throughout the whole thing. Dun, 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 dun.
With the least intimidating villain, just some guy with eyes crossed. There's this one scene in which every not animatronic, but every like prop in the Spirit Halloween is.
Go outside? Oh. Buddy's gonna go outside.
Oh, okay. They're looking back, they're like, what's going on? And it's during the possession of the girl, where all of these just like mannequins and props are just like
they all come to life and start moving, and they're literally held up by actual strings.
yeah. I mean, it
And
looks
you
like
can kind of
freaking-
see them. Oh,
Where's Slappy? I was just about to make a comparison for the audience.
I haven't seen him around, actually. Now that you think about it.
I'll tell you what, he wants to abandon our show, thinks he can do whatever he wants. I'm going to start looking for replacements.
Okay.
Oh my God, bro.
Oh, hell no, man. What the fuck, man? Get your ass on, boy. You get your goddamn ugly ass on.
Okay, maybe not. Well, back to the review. By the way, Slappy, you better come back soon. All right, because I'm sick of. Can you believe this? We try to get this guy on, try to give him at least a little bit of screen time, whether he's on the back wall or not, and this guy ditches us. Unbelievable. Puppets think they can make their own rules.
We gave him a little bit of screen time. It's not like we gave him a whole lot.
I think we gave him enough. All right, you hear that, Slappy? Wherever you are, we gave you enough screen time. All right.
Onwards, dear boy. Let's ride like the lightning atop Victor's laboratory.
All right, if you're gonna be flaking out on us like this.
The overall production on this movie feels that way.
Oh yeah, it's
Like
just,
the skin crawler. It literally cut from animatronic skin crawler to then someone in a skin crawler costume doing the exorcist walk with the face.
exactly.
And then when they light it on fire and it melts, it went back to normal animatronic.
Clearly,
And they
the
just lit it
animatronic.
on fire.
And they melt the face off, and it actually looks cool. But but besides all that, we were clearly disappointed, but not as disappointed as you're gonna hear from our scores.
Ooh.
Lowest scores you're ever gonna hear for not only skull ratings, but let's see if we can try to find an MVP.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, because I feel like generally our scores are high. But this is gonna be a movie where you're gonna be seeing some low numbers. I'm already thinking,
Yeah, this is the first. I think this is the first movie we've watched that's genuinely been bad.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
You know what, kids? That was about. I'm gonna give this a 3
Oh, wow.
because I enjoyed it enough to laugh laugh along at parts,
Yeah.
But this is not a Hubie Halloween classic. Okay,
Yeah.
I'm not gonna put this on ever again. Not for the Halloween season nor any season. It was a good try. The concept of it was great, and the concept was everything was great. It just should have been a lot more scarier, Should have been a lot more raunchy in ways that aren't like, dude, you don't know what you're talking about. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
It just had this Nickelodeon soft TV feel throughout the whole thing. You put Christopher Lloyd's face all over the front of it. You even
They pulled the Robin Williams.
Yeah.
Except he was actually in Aladdin.
Yeah. And they did so much promotion around this movie, and then as soon as it came out, it was like, that was it.
Gone. I completely
Gone.
forgot it even came out until I was like, you know what should we review for Halloween? We could do a Goosebumps episode.
What's your skull rating?
My skull rating, I'm actually going to go lower, 2.5.
Damn.
2.5, because
Kind of made you upset at some points.
it did. And I'll tell you why it loses a point. It loses a point for the fart joke.
Yeah.
It loses a point for not using Christopher Lloyd enough. It loses a point for...
I at least expected his blue CGI ghost to show up.
Exactly. No, instead we get a crystal ball head moment. Just, it loses a point for not using any of the genuine, hit classic Spirit Halloween animatronics other than Nightcrawler.
They had
'cause I
to
know you've
avoid
got
all
more.
the copyright.
The lack of swearing despite being PG-13. The lack of blood despite being a horror movie.
The lack of PG-13-ness in general.
The fact that the one kid is such an LVP that I don't even know why Bo and Ray are even friends with him in the first place.
Yeah.
The fact that Ray likes his best friend's sister, and then a half a point that it actually gains. It loses but gains half a point because of that hilarious scene with the skeleton, but also the low production quality makes it lose a point.
Right. MVP, LVP. I would say my MVP would have to be... I'll go ahead and take Bo, because I'm sure you'll take top billing. Bo will be my MVP, and my LVP will be the unused saw and hammer bit.
Yes.
With that terrible joke that they
I
make
changed my
for-
mind.
Yeah, I changed my mind. I need hands.
Yeah.
Like,
You
dude, dude.
try the hostage special. MVP, I'm gonna choose Christopher Lloyd.
Woo!
Only because I'm a fan of Christopher Lloyd. I'm not a fan of
course.
him in this movie, but oddly enough, he's also the best performance in the movie.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because you can tell he's having fun,
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
and he makes goofy noises.
LVP, I'm gonna choose Carson.
Yeah,
Because if this guy were one of my friends, especially a friend that I've known long enough that like I've had like lasting childhood memories with, and then he made fun of my bone cancer dying ass dad, who I have a picture of him with that I carry around with me, not only as a memory of my father, but as a memory of hanging out with my friends and my dad on Halloween, and then he's gonna be like, yeah, you're grieving, what a bitch. Kill yourself. Right? Do you know how disrespectful of a character? Sorry to end the Halloween special on a sour note.
such a sour dour note.
But
We were disappointed with this one.
yeah, I had no idea how bad it was going to be. I genuinely expected it to not be as bad as it was.
Yeah,
But it just, oh man, it underperformed and overpromised, overdelivered. It overdelivered in how bad it was.
yeah. I mean, and it really was 50-50. It was either going to be, hey, you know what, this was kind of enjoyable.
I feel like nostalgia critic. I thought it was going to be one of those where it's, I can kind of see like,
I can see how Sam. You know what he would say that about this movie?
yeah.
I kind of like Christopher Lloyd.
But on that bombshell, we will see you next time on,
On
the,
the creepy
Peepers.
I'm back in the Boo York groove.
Muddy? What the f? Why the f? How the f? What the f?
Such a potty mouth in the real world. I almost forgot how much Earth people curse. My pal the leprechaun hardly ever says damn.
What are you talking about?
Oh, you thought you could keep your little secret away from me, eh? Thought I wouldn't master the art of the deal.
Oh, no fair. He gets to have the stupid portal thing and I don't.
I don't even know what the f is going on.
You forget, Nigel, that I was there watching you put away that annoying old bastard, and I've always been there as a little decoration.
Oh.
Damn.
You should have given me more screen time. Now I'm gonna teach you two guys to pick on someone your own size.
Hell no.
I believe I can fly. I believe I can touch the sky.
Time to head back to old Leprechaun's hut again.